where the angel appeared to Our Lady and announced her that she's going to conceive a child. When the Franciscan fathers came to build the church, they performed archaeological excavations, and they found the remnants of the previous churches, but also they found Nazareth from the time of Jesus here. They found mainly caves. At the beginning we thought that the people lived inside caves only, but then another excavation was done up there in the International Center of Our Lady, and we found a house on the top of the cave. So those Jews were like an ordinary village people. Those who had the ability to build a house, they built it. Those who didn't, they stayed in caves. And Our Lady was staying in a cave, the cave of the Annunciation. How we know that this is the authentic cave, and it is the authentic one from all the caves that were discovered? The first Jews who believed in Jesus Christ, they turned the cave to be house of prayer. And we found graffitis from the 2nd and 3rd century. It is very close to the time of Jesus. Graffitis mentioning the prayer of Hail Mary. These writings, graffitis, were in a Greek language. Okay, you follow me? So the house of prayer kept the church. Then it was destroyed. What was kept from it is a ritual bath. We will see it. Ritual bath is a structure that the Jews used to purify their body. After that, we know historically that in the 4th century, Constantine Caesar, he sent a converted Jew to Galilee to build churches. So he built, his name was Joseph, he built a church on the top of the cave. The church again was destroyed, and then the Crusaders came and they built a magnificent basilica, and it was destroyed by the Muslims. In the 16th century, the Franciscans, they acquired the site. They built a small chapel that they removed between the years 1961 to 64, and they built for us the biggest church in the Middle East. Its altitude 61 meters. It is a monumental structure over the cave. Now this facade is dedicated to Jesus, and it has the shape of a pyramid. On the top of the pyramid is the bronze sculpture of Jesus. Down to the left you see the angel Gabriel, who came to announce for Our Lady on the right hand side that she's going to conceive a child. The 4 evangelists, St. Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and the Latin inscription, Verbum caro factum est et habitavit in nobis. The word turned to be flesh and dwelt among us. On the left hand side is the Latin inscription from the book of Genesis that says the descendant of Eve will step on the head of the snake, and you see the marble structure of Our Lady stepping on the head of the snake. And then you see the sign of P and X in the center. This is Chi, the vision that Constantine had. You remember when I explained about it? Yes. And then on the right hand side, another Latin inscription says, and the virgin shall conceive a child, and he shall be called Emmanuel, means God with us, is with us. You see the Franciscan cross symbolizing the 5 wounds of Jesus, or symbolizing Jerusalem as the center of the world, and the news have spread from Jerusalem to the whole world. 2 hands, one hand is of St. Francis of Assisi, and the other hand is of Jesus. St. Francis of Assisi was here, and he went to Egypt. Now you can see the main door. I say when the door is dusty, it means that the Pope is not going to visit soon. Now this door symbolizes the New Testament and summarizes the life story of Jesus Christ. The scene on the top is the scene of the Annunciation, the Incarnation, and then down the Holy Family went to be registered in Bethlehem, and Jesus was born in Bethlehem Ephrata. And then you see Saint Joseph taking Our Lady to Egypt because Herod decided to kill the innocent babies. And then Jesus came back to Nazareth, and he lived here for 27 good years. On the right hand side is baptism, receiving the Holy Spirit, and temptation. Jesus started his public activities Only after that he was baptized and received the Holy Spirit. Now look what happened. In the early Christianity, we didn't celebrate Christmas on the 24th of December. We had one feast, which is the feast of the Epiphany. What is Epiphany? The descendants of the Holy Spirit, the feast of baptism. Now the Christians, they have seen a need to celebrate the human nature of Jesus. So they chose 24th of December. Why? Because the 25th of December is was the birth date of God's soul. In the Roman Empire, they faced a religious crisis. Diocletian Caesar, he said, I will unite all the pagan gods under one God who is God's soul, the God of the sun. So when Christianity turned to be the official religion of the Roman Empire, we said there is Jesus. And we got this date to show the whole world that Jesus is the truly God. Then you see the scene that summarizes the activities of Jesus around the Sea of Galilee. And the last week in the life of Jesus, which ended with the crucifixion, death, burial, resurrection, ascension, and coming back. Now, we cannot go inside because she's cleaning, but here on the left-hand side, we see the door that symbolizes the Old Testament. The first scene on the top is the scene of Adam and Eve, symbolizing for us the first scene, and Jesus' death on the cross is our salvation from the first scene. And then down below to the left, by great labor, by hard work, you will cultivate the land, and Eve, by great sorrow, you will give birth. And then the Ark of Noah, symbolizing our church, and binding Isaac for a sacrifice. And we mentioned that Isaac said to his daddy, where is the lamp? Abraham answered, God will provide us the lamp, and the lamp is Jesus Christ. So there is another entrance to the cave. We will go from the other side to visit the cave of the Annunciation. And here,
No, de Toruma.
Thank you.